Welcome everybody to game number 1 of mousesports versus IG Invictus Gaming. This is the Beyond the Summit World Tour, and well, this is a best out of 3, so mousesports on the Radiant, IG on the Dire. We had a pretty great best out of 3 just now, and ultimately DK took that series 2-1. MUC gave them a run for their money. Templar Assassin, I think that was the most interesting hero of the series. Not sure if we'll see it this time around, but it made for some very exciting action. I am LD of dotacommentaries.com, and of course joining me today is godz. Right off the bat we see a CK ban, and whenever I see mousesports play, the two heroes that I keep my eyes on in the banning stage are Shadow Demon and Darkseer. These are two heroes I feel they really know how to take advantage of, and also, well, not Darkseer, excuse me, I mean Leshrac on Sing Sing. But yeah, we'll have to see. For the moment, it's a Syllabear that gets banned, and it's a smart ban against IG. It's a hero they love to run, gives you a lot of pushing power. godz, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing really well, man. This is probably going to be one of the fan favorite matches, at least for this week. mousesports, probably one of the most popular European teams against IG, a team who are absolutely dominating the Chinese Dota 1 scene at the moment. And we're going to see them going head-to-head, best of 3 right now. And this is going to be a true clash of playstyles. I mean, we saw Complexity up against ehome. I still feel Complexity, I mean, they have a sort of Asian influence into their playstyle. They're not as sort of traditional European as a team like mouz, and I'm really looking forward to see how these two teams go head-to-head. As the fourth ban, a ban which you must ban against mousesports, one of 1437's favorite heroes, Darkseer, and one of the strongest heroes in the current metagame. So we'll see how they adjust to versing teams from these other regions. I mean, they may be looking to ban and pick different heroes, so really everyone, I feel, is maybe in for a bit of a surprise. Yeah,
and yeah, this is the first game of the series, so both teams will be feeling each other out, and that's why I sort of backed off of the Darkseer statement. It's not that mouz don't know how to use it. 1437 is great at that hero. It's just that you don't normally see the hero slip through the pool. Last game it ended up not being enough to win, but it was, you know, it's the position on the Darkseer, not the hero's potential, I think, that cost them that game. Still, it gets banned here. It leaves a lot of heroes in the pool that mousesports like to run. I think most notably Broodmother, Enigma, Sandcane. These are some heroes we see time and again from them, and they are all available for the moment. As far as IG goes, what would you expect to see coming out of them? What's still in the pool that you think would really be a number 1, or I guess they have second pick, so a number 2 and 3 pick for them?
They love their Brood. I think we could quite likely see Ferrari on that Brood. Looking at some statistics, I think it's his most successful, yeah, one of his strongest heroes, statistically speaking. And it's something that he'll go for that sort of what a lot of people think an unconventional build. He goes for that Midas into it, sort of Midas trades BKB before going whatever late game damage item he wants. His Brood is something scary to watch. Invoker, a trademark hero as well for him. We'll see if they maybe try to get him onto that Invoker, if not. And something that it's basically the hero he's most well known for, the Ferrari Invoker. That's one player you have to look out for, and who does play some of those key heroes elsewhere. They like having Joe play their hard carry. They go for 2 different things. Sometimes the hard carry, the anti-mace, the morphling. Other times they'll go for something more like a Queen of Pain or a sort of semi-carry like that. And I hear you getting excited. Like and left through the pool. And I'm excited because I don't think this is a necessarily must-ban hero like a Darkseer. So I'm glad we're going to see IG letting it slip through, and we'll see what they try to get in return.
You know, it's not even the Lycan I'm excited about. It's how will IG deal with it. Because I feel like they're a team that definitely will be able to, if anyone can. One hero that's great to deal with it is Beastmaster, and it fits in with IG's playstyle too. If you want to push towers, if you want to sort of look to control the map, that Hawk as well as the Inner Beastar gives you that option. So that's one hero that we could see used to deal with it. Another one that mouz likes to run as well is Shadow Demon. But it's right off the bat, they're just going to go with heroes they prefer, Leshrac and Invoker. And early on, if you're able to gank Lycan, Sunstrike, Edict, Splitter, these are all great spells to lock him down and pick him off. The one downside to running a Lycan, godz, is early on in the laning stage, he doesn't give you anything. Whether he's in the jungle or the lane, he's not going to control that lane well. He's not going to offer you anything out of the jungle. He's not like an Enigma where you can set up some ganks for your team, or Chen or Enchantress. Lycan needs that early farm, so you have to pick 4 heroes that can play 4 versus 5, at least for the first 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, no, I agree. It is a hero that does need to get the farm and items up. I mean, often you'll see teams putting him in a sort of a solo lane or at least a safe lane farming just to get the items and farm up quicker than he does in the jungle. mouz go with a trademark hero of theirs, the Shadow Demon. They don't have their jungler to go with it, but we'll see what they want to combo with it. It's a support hero they love to use. Probably going to be in 1-4-3-7, and they get the Brood. It's not going to be a Ferrari Brood. We're going to see Ferrari and Invoker, so I don't think you can have them playing all those heroes anyways, but they will have other Brood players, other Invoker players. They could still work around it. But Broodmother likely to go to, well, sexybamboe plays it a lot, but so does Sing Sing every now and then. So one of those two players likely to be on that Brood, and there's some strong push coming from them. They just want to pressure lanes. I imagine Brood pressure the top lane, Lycan pressure the bottom. They'll get some solo mid hero, which just sort of controls the game and backs them up. Something we saw ehome doing was have the Storm solo mid and the two strong pushes, and that's something that mouz could maybe learn from. Have a solo mid who just, his role is to sort of go roam around the map getting kills. It doesn't have to be a Storm, but something similar, I feel, would really benefit their lineup as a solo mid hero.
Yeah, a Queen of Pain, a Windrunner. These are heroes that can control the runes, pressure the lane a bit, and be fairly mobile around the map. So they're both available. They would fit into this lineup. Another hero that mouz loves to run, which is available, and maybe they could look to run at this game, is Enigma. Now, you might not be in the jungle, maybe the Lycan would be there, but Enigma can handle that off lane. You could put Broodmother in the safe lane, or you can flip it, switch it up, and even have Enigma go solo mid. So if they want to run Enigma, I think there's room for it, and that gives them a really heavy minion-style push. The downside is IG already has a lot of AoE, and if they want to get more, Windrunner's still in the pool. There's a lot of other heroes who could fit into their lineup as well. Morphling gets the ban here. And, well, that's interesting to me, but I guess, where does IG go from here? Do you think they go for another semi-carry and a support? If so, what would they be looking to pick up?
They may want to get some sort of a carry for Zhou, which would have been a hero like the Morphling. Anti-Mage will not go well against the Brood and Lycan. They still can go for the Anti-Mage, but I think they're more likely to go for a Morphling, maybe even a DK. They could also go for the Queen of Pain, I feel. I think a safe lane Queen of Pain may be where IG want to go, unless they want to put that Leshrac in that farming role in the safe lane here. That's a definite possibility, but they prefer to have Zhou on heroes like the Queen of Pain. And Queen of Pain for Zhou, he's had some decent success with it. I mean, he's won, according to my stats, he's won 5 times, only lost twice. So we'll see him maybe playing that in the safe lane as their carry. Otherwise, I'm not sure what they send bottom in the suicide lane unless they have some sort of aggressive lane to maybe try to deal with that Lycan in the bottom lane or in that jungle.
Yeah, it's very curious. And I guess the one downside to mouz's lineup, as great as Broodmother and Lycan are at pushing or as good as they are at pushing, they really don't offer you much in a team fight directly. All they give you is a lot of damage. These heroes don't have any disables, so for mousesports they need something else to complement their team, whether it's a ganker, whether it's a team fight hero. Well, they ban out Enigma, which I thought maybe they would go for, but it's not going to be the Enigma for them. So maybe a Windrunner would be an option. I mean, you mentioned Queen of Pain. I still think she fits onto both of these teams. If IG get their hands on it, that's a really good team fight for them. Queen of Pain, Sandcane, Leshrac, Invoker on top of it all. And that's going to shut down the minions, too. I mean, after the early game, the Wolves, the Spiderlings, are just not going to be effective against that much AoE. So, I mean, if anything could deal with this push for mouz, it probably is a hero like Queen of Pain. Tinker actually gets the ban. IG doing their homework on mouz. It's a hero they've definitely run before. And, well, it's going to be a Windrunner pickup for mouz. It's also a nice thing to deny to IG, because Windrunner is a real nuisance against Brood and Lycan, because she can lock them in place, and Windrun prevents them from right-clicking her, which is normally how they're going to get their kills.
Yeah, and I like this pickup. I mean, you mentioned it earlier as a strong hero to just put in that mid lane. We'll probably see Sing Sing, I suppose, playing him maybe in that mid lane, just sort of controlling the side lanes once he does get that tier 1 tower down, or even without the tier 1 tower down, getting the runes and then helping out Brood push, or maybe push that top lane with a quick gank and a quick push, or even bottom lane, come bottom with the Lycan, spam out some waves to get a push going, and IG are going to have to try to deal with that. They've got some great heroes to deal with it. I mean, Sandking, Leshrac, there's a lot of AoE, there's a lot of burst damage as well, which is very important for killing a Lycan. You need to chain stun him and burst him down quick. Don't give him a chance to pop a BKB. Don't give him a chance to pop the ultimate and run away, and those are great heroes for doing it. And Windrunner would have complemented them very well. So a nice pickup for mouz. Where do IG go with this 4th and 5th pick? Do you think they go for a hard carry here, or?
It's a Panda, so big team fight for IG, and I love this pick against Lycan, because Lycan is a hero that he wants, even if he goes for BKB, he's not going to have it for the first couple team fights. And Brewmaster has so many ways to deal with them. First, you've got the Drunken Haze, which means Lycan has a large chance to miss. Also good against the Broodmother as well. Plus the Clap slowing him down unless he's in ultimate form. Also give you a lot of AoE, more ways to clear out the creep wave. We've actually seen Brewmaster back in the International East qualifiers soloing versus Broodmother and doing just fine. So I mean, if they want to 1v1 that, they can. They have so many heroes to deal with this Brood. I feel like this is a game where Broodmother seemed great on paper, but she's got to have a good start. There's just so many heroes to clear out the waves. And even if she has a good start, maybe not going to be able to push directly with spider lanes. Probably going to have to rely on the hero to do it. So I guess with that Panda pickup, IG probably need a hard support. And oh, Kunkka is the pick, so I guess we know what Sing Sing's playing now. This is the
Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon Kunkka. I think they normally go with the dual lane mid, and we'll see something like a Windrunner bottom with Lycan in the jungle, or maybe even Windrunner supporting the Lycan in bottom lane. But the dual lane mid with Shadow Demon Kunkka going to be what we see here. I guess sexybamboe likely be on that Broodmother at top lane, which, I mean, either come with me or I guess 1437 on the Shadow Demon and come with me, maybe playing the Windrunner solo or the Windrunner support, depending on how they want to do this. IG, ooh, I mean, I guess Leshrac, I feel Leshrac should just be played as a farmer here and pick up another strong support. Rubik is actually still in the pool if you want to run that, or even as a solo, you can run the Leshrac as a support, Rubik as a solo. They need something with some utility, some burst damage, and just, I don't think going for a hard carry is right here. Queen of Pain is still a possibility in my eyes. So.
Yeah, I don't like the hard carry pick at all, because if we've seen it before, when teams run Leshrac and Sandkin as their two supports, at least one of those heroes gets nothing pretty much all game, if not both. And especially if you're running any sort of tri-lane if they die early on. And those heroes, at least one of them needs farm. I mean, whether it's the Sand King, he could solo against the Brood, that's certainly an option. It could be the Leshrac getting the farm and the Sand King on that secondary support, but yeah, I agree. They need a support here. What support will it be? I mean, Crystal Maiden's maybe the obvious choice.
10 seconds.
I don't know. It's curious. No, it's the Queen of Pain, so it's going to be a support Sand King to Leshrac, and I always have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach when I see this, but if IG have a good start, they have just an unstoppable team fight. Mouse are not going to win ahead on engagement unless they get ahead in terms of items, which they can do. Mouse need early towers, they need to control the lanes well, whereas for IG, they just sort of need to weather the storm, get the levels up, and then in the mid-game, look to dominate. I'll introduce IG. We have Faith playing Leshrac. We have, oh sorry, I think I'm going to pronounce it wrong, but Zhao on that Queen of Pain, YYF on the Panda, Chuan on his Sand King, and Ferrari on his signature Invoker. That's the one I'm excited to see.
And for all you Euro fanboys out there, mousesports over on the Radiant side. We have got Black actually playing the Windrunner. Completely forgot about him. He's heading towards the top lane. We've got Sing Sing on Kunkka. We've got the Shadow Demon being played by 1437, his best friend this game. Come with me actually on the Lycan, and Broodmother being played by sexybamboe. So it does look like Lycan in the jungle, but Brood is going to be bottom, not at top. So we're going to see a safe lane Brood by sexybamboe, and it is going to be potentially up against a tri-lane. Smartly, come with me, scouts out a lot of these lanes. He at least scouts 4 heroes heading towards bottom, so they know quite likely that Ferrari is going to be either at mid or at top. Getting a bit of information, we'll see him maybe send out another set of wolves now to check the runes as well as try and scout out these lanes for mousesports.
Ferrari has sentry wards, expecting that Brood to be up there, but I think based on his items, yeah, Ferrari bought these sentries, so that's a little curious. But either way, it will be helpful to help detect that Brood. If she's there, which she's not, it's actually Black there, so I don't know, maybe worried about the camping ward off. This is a bit unusual, but it goes back to IG's lineup. I mean, they have a lot of heroes that need farm and levels, so
look at what Ferrari's doing though. He's got the courier following him. This little devil guy is going to take those sentries bottom. Maybe no, it's actually just a misclick. He's sending it back to base. I thought he was doing that on purpose to take the sentries bottom if needed, but it looks like he's going to send it home. So I thought it was something clever, but it's not. I think he's expecting the Brood top, and he's going to find Windrunner, which is still okay for him. But
off the bat, the wrap around towards mid from 1437, but IG is looking for Lycan, and they're going to find him, maybe. No, it looks like Zhao is the first one to be in a bit of trouble here. Look at the DD. They're maybe not going to get the hill towards the fall. I think they're going to get this first blood. Oh, man, what a pick off there. Perfect coordination by 1437. And Sing Sing got the combo down, get the first blood, and IG's gank attempt on the Lycan will fail. One thing I want to point out, IG has made a big investment early in shutting down this jungle. They've warded off the pull camp. They've also placed an aggressive ward here that lets them see any sort of movement for the jungle. They're now looking for come with me, but 1437 is available to respond. As a result, Mouse will drive IG back, and well, when you run this sort of offensive double roam strat, you've got to get kills early, or you're going to fall really far behind, and these are heroes that cannot afford to do so.
Yeah, now we'll see where they find their opening to get some farm, get some XP. They may just try, well, they're going to stay with a dual lane here, so Sand King and going to just back up this Queen of Pain. Dual lane versus dual lane at mid. Leshrac is swinging towards bottom. He's now got the Sentry Wards. It is the Sentry Wards and Invoker had, and we'll see if those can help out against Brood. We're going to see a clap going down. Sexybamboe needs to be careful. The sentry hasn't been one's been planted, but not going to scan up over near their secret shop. Yeah, they're going to force back.
Yeah, he can't fight that, and YYF can, however. He charges in. I feel like YYF can solo this lane, to be honest. We've seen it before. Panda gets an early soul ring, and maybe works towards, you know, something like Rate of Health, maybe towards a Vanguard, or you know, even just sits on the Rate of Health. I mean, this is a lane Panda can handle 1v1, and I'm not sure how much Leshrac really does here. Even with the Sentry Wards, it's going to be hard to lock Brood down. You don't have a reliable stun. But it goes back to that roam failing. I mean, where else would he go? I guess he could pull top. It is a long way up there. The one lane we haven't really looked at all is Ferrari, laning up against Black. It's Invoker versus Windrunner, and I gotta say, Windrunner handles this lane well, although normally she'd prefer for it to be mid, so she can control the runes. But Windrun really helps you deal with that Exort build, as you won't be dealing with too many auto attacks. Rotation up top from 1437, he's got an invis. Maybe looking for Ferrari, but Ferrari appears to be wise to it, or is he? Two ships passing in the night, they're not going to find each other.
Alright, he's going to back off. I'm expecting maybe some movement from the Shadow Demon. He's going to use his creep ball just to pull that wave back closer to him. As Sancting and Queen of Pain at mid, knowing that the Shadow Demon isn't actually there. And they're going to look to actually be a bit aggressive here, at least at mid. They're looking to considering the option here. Bottom lane, Leshrac, Diebolt E being popped just to get Bamboo a bit away from the wave. Bamboo is out of mana. He's got enough for a Soul Ring, almost just needs one more creep kill or to wait about half a minute, and he will have that Soul Ring up. And he's just going to be looking to continue just staying alive at this bottom lane, getting whatever farm he can. He's done fairly well so far.
Alright guys, well one thing I mentioned is, I feel it was a key to the game, is whenever you see Lycan, your team has to be able to deal with a 4v5 situation for the first 10 minutes. Come With Me is getting farm. Overall, it seems like Mouse are handling the early game pretty well. Brood's getting some levels bottom. Bambo's got the Soul Ring up like you mentioned. Black's doing pretty well top, 700 gold in the bag. If you look at the farm, they have 4 heroes getting some creeps. It seems like everything is going well for Mouse right now. They're not... Come With Me, they went for him early, they didn't end up finding him. Mouse got first blood, and... I mean, this is... I think this is exactly what they were hoping for with their lanes.
Yeah, I mean, Come With Me is not actually, he's not farming that well. I mean, looking at his farm now, he's just got the Bastion Quelling Blade. We're 4 minutes in. Leshrac going to find him now. Leshrac actually steals that with the Edict. He took that Centaur. That was a nice little pickup for him. Denying Come With Me with more gold than XP. And we're going to see him take out those wolves as well. That's another wolf denied. Come With Me is going to have to go back to Fountain now. He killed both those wolves, so really Come With Me. He's struggling, but it's not like IG are winning this 5v4 scenario but they're not. I mean, they're straight up not winning because they're spending time shutting down Come With Me in the jungle.
Right, it's not like he's level 1 either. He is getting some levels up. It's not the farm you'd hope for. It's not a free farm like that, but he's getting something to work with. And well, the dual lane mid got that first blood, but with Sand King rotating in, it's going to be very difficult to kill IG. Courier going for a deep dive will actually deliver something. Oh, the disruption combo, and this is how they get the kill again. Wow, look at that burst damage. This is a combo Mouse really know how to take advantage of. Income Spade in the backlines with the Edict. Looks like they should be able to pick him off. One more auto attack. Will he pay with his life? No, the Burrow Strike in. Split Earth to follow. They want Sing Sing. Bit of a lag spike there, but it looks like Sing Sing will get away. In fact, Chuan's going to eat the turret there, first to back off. And it leaves sexybamboe 1v1 in the bottom lane versus YYF. And it seems like sexybamboe is getting the edge of this. Based on the way YYF has built his hero, sitting on 800 gold, probably going to spend that on something soon. Big dive from Bambo. He has the Soul Ring in 5 seconds, not going to use it. But really dominating this bottom lane. As soon as that support leaves, he takes the damage.
Yeah, I mean, top lane hasn't been not much has happened there really, for the most part. It's just been a bit of a CS war. We've got a fairly even CS there with Invoker at 19, 22, 23 on Windrunner, and Phase Boot's now up for Black, so he's going to have an even better time as things go on. And he's now starting to spam the power draw. He's got a bit of an XP lead. He's about half a level ahead, so slight edge for Black. But for the most part, the top lane's been a wash. Mid lane, Disruption, Torrent, the Soul Catcher lands as well. Joe's going to blink back, but the Burrow Strike coming in, preventing a kill there. One cleave. Could have almost finished off Joe there, but he did back off in time. Popping a south, popping a bottle, looking for a rune. Queen of Pain has been shut down very well.
Denied by Come With Me. Oh, big plays from him. Even if you're being shut down, you can use those minions to deny the creep. Great job by him. And well, he's still going to look to farm here. Will Yao try to punish it? Doesn't look like he will for the moment. And well, pretty passive game, I have to say. I mean, the combo mid has been strong for Mouse, but aside from that, there hasn't been too much aggression. And the thing about it is, IG's lineup can't really be that aggressive this early. Aside from Leshrac, I mean, everyone needs some levels to farm before they really get going. This is a game that can absolutely go either way. Nobody has a big advantage right now. IG very strong in the mid game with their team fight. Oh, big interaction mid. They want the Queen of Pain. They're not going to get him. No X marks the spot just yet.
Yeah, looking for the disruption with a torrent as well as the ghost ship. Queen of Pain did manage to blink away in time. And as Kunka would say, that was a fail boat.
Well, you know, it's not like a Ravage. It doesn't have the longest cooldown, only 90 seconds at level 1, and it gets even lower from there. Faith wants the Lycan, looking for Come With Me, who's not level 5. And the Wolves really help dealing with Edict, because they will tank a lot of that damage. Faith on the high ground, spotting him out, maybe just trying to rotate him mid. He sort of bypasses the Lycan, scoots on in, but 1437 in position, turning it around the other way. Faith has done okay. He stole that one creep, but this is not quite as much as you'd like to see out of your roamer. You really want to try and kill off that Lycan or get some kills mid. What are we seeing in terms of gold and experience? Smoke up on IG, and overall the Radiant, yeah, Mouse are the ones winning right now. Big lead in terms of experience, decent lead in terms of gold as well.
Yeah, and they're going to try bait out Zhou. This is kind of the sit behind the hero while smoke thing. So Zhou's going to look to bait this with the disruption. As soon as the disruption goes, they need to go in, because if the torrent hits, that could be the end of Zhou. He's not that high on HP. He's actually going to go scouting for a rune. Leshrac and Sanking heading bottom. They're going to run into Come With Me in a second here, and there's no wards. And this, I mean, Come With Me, he's not level 6 yet. He can't actually escape. It looks like he will go down. Tango's quelling blade his way through, and the Spiderling's coming in. They're not going to be able to do too much to help here. Chuan dodging that.
What a dodge.
Lei not coming into play there, that's for sure, as Chuan dodging the Spiderlings, and now this is trouble.
Oh, he's trapped!
Surrounded. Oh, man.
There's your
bit of
range.
bad luck there.
What a block to start that one off. Bad luck or skill, you decide, but either way, sexybamboe combos up there, and well, they get another kill. So, you know, IG, it's still 3-2. The Invoker, I guess the thing is, Ferrari hasn't really had many opportunities to Sunstrike, but if he gets those... Oh, Disruption, Torrent, Soul Catcher! They won't Jow, they get him again. I mean, this is one of the few lanes that can just flat out kill a Queen of Pain.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, the Soul Catcher amplifying all that damage from the Torrent as well as the Cleave, and then you have the Queen of Pain illusions, which sometimes just the added damage can be the difference between a kill or not, and Queen of Pain is fairly squishy, especially when you can't get that blink off, which we're seeing so far. And he will maybe start looking for some kills, looking to roam around. Queen of Pain's still only level 5, but he's not even heading back towards mid lane. He's heading towards bottom, and it's Brewmaster who's going to be at the mid lane, level 7 with Tranquil Boots and a Soul Ring, 1k HP. He will not go down to this combo. Maybe with an ultimate from Sing Sing, but without that, they're not killing him.
Oh man, the level 4 clap, 1 crit, and Sing Sing down to half. In fact, that was about a third health. Bottom lane, Sunstrike, looks like that finished off a kill. They get the Broodmother. 3 heroes required to bring him down, plus the Sunstrike on top of it. Still, Ferrari continues to farm top laning versus Black, and it looks like he's going for the early Forge Spirits, not just trying to max out the Sunstrike, but 1 more point to Quas if he wants it, and then he'll have 2 Forge Spirits. Or if he wants to get the second point Exhort, or it's Invoke, then he'll have to wait 2 more levels. Bottom lane, though, they're going to pressure, and this is the power of that Leshrac tower taking a bunch of damage, Glyph forced out. Middle lane, YYF continuing to pressure, and this is a hero Mouse cannot kill off with their combo. I mean, they might be able to force out an ultimate. They're not going to kill him unless he just disconnects from the game in the middle of that fight. Disruptor to start, Soul Catcher to follow, Torrent on top of it, and if the ult is there, YYF can drop it. No, he doesn't even need it. Damn, he is tanky. The armor from the Tranquil Boots help me out just a touch. Tower will go down to a second Edict. Faith will claim that one. And Ferrari, they backstabbed a bit by Come With Me. Come With Me trying to clear out the creep wave. Windrunner circling around Black looking for an opening. Dire's Courier dies. I'm not sure if you caught where that happened. But Shackle onto Ferrari. They want him, looking for him. Ice Wall is dropped, and Come With Me has the ult. Will he use it? No, he's not going to. Turns back the other way. They could dive this. There's nobody here, but they're not going to. They really just want to push down this tower. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, they get another kill. This time on the Brewmaster, who did not get his ult off.
Yeah, and they used the boat for that. It is on cooldown, so that was the Disruption, Torrent, as well as a boat. If you get a Soul Catcher with that damage, it's a maxed out Soul Catcher now. It was probably only maybe level 3 for that fight, but nonetheless, it's a lot of extra damage that you're going to be doing to heroes. Pure damage, amplified by 50%, can really hurt and will tear through this Brewmaster if he can't get an ulti off.
A lot of TPs, but they might have been a little late. The tower already dead. Burrow strike in. Cold Snap to follow. They want Black. They're going to get him with the lightning. Finishing off the kill. Zhao circling around, maybe looking to cut off Come With Me. Not going to find him, but instead he might run into 1437. Will we see that combo pay off again? They're looking for it. They have a Hill Ward, Disruption, Torrent, Soul Catcher, the Purge as well. Zhao blinks out. I think he's going to live. He's going to live with 18 health, and now it goes the other way. No, the Shadow Poison finishes him off. Actually, that was the Purge damage. Excuse me. Delayed just a touch. Faith on the back foot. Doing the damage with the Edict, but not killing off the Wolves just yet. He might die here. A couple more right clicks, but the Wolves are low. Chuan, no Burrow Strike. That Cleave just going to be... Oh, that was just on the creep wave for Sing Sing. And while this is all happening, why we have back bottom. Once the tower denied, not going to get it. Sexybamboe claims that. And now up at 1,700 gold. 6-4 is the score. And, well, mousesports claiming a solid lead in every department.
Yeah, they're controlling these lanes well with Brood not having too tough a time against them. Interesting dual lane, the Brewmaster with the Leshrac, and mid lane went so well for Mouz. That was really the difference for me, is how well the Shadow Demon and Kunkka did at actually killing the Queen of Pain. It's a hero they can kill, and they managed to do so, and that's really the tipping point, and it created more space for Lycan to farm in the jungle. Lycan, who's now level 7 with the Vlads, can farm up Ancients. Not going to be able to easily go over and do Roshan, but just going to accelerate his farming. Can go straight for those treads. BKB now can go for the Necrobook, may go for the medallion, for the faster neutraling as well as just faster roaching and just better focus fire, but it's not always an essential item.
Yeah, and let's not forget, his jungle was warded. There was a lot of aggressive movement from the Shrek in particular. Sand King even came in, plus there's a Sunstrike to worry about. It's one of these things where if IG had a Shadow Demon to set everything up... Oh! It's dust on the Sexybamboe, Burrow Strike, Split Earth as well, and then the Sunstrike, just for a little bit of extra rub-it-in-your-face damage. Not that they needed it. They get a kill on Brood, and... I mean, Sexybamboe is getting the levels, he has died twice, so they're doing a decent job of shutting him down. The one concern for IG right now is it feels like there's a lot of fears they have to shut down. I'm not sure they can kill them all off. I mean, Lycan, Broodmother, as well as the Kunkka, not to mention Black's Windrunner, who's getting very close to a mechanism. Everybody on Mouse has something, and all of them require attention. IG with the Panda ult, could look to be aggressive. Purge, as well as the Torrent, going for him. The boat flies in, clears out Faith, he will drop, and Mouse getting the long-range kill. IG thought, I mean, if there was a team fight there, IG probably take it, but they go to the pick-off. The range of Mouse just working out in their favor.
And another kill not going to Sing Sing. He's had some bad luck. For the first 5 kills on Queen of Pain, mostly, all going to Shadow Demon. And that one there, the Lycan Bulls with the medallion. He did pick up the medallion from the Minus Armor, picking up the kills. So, no kills for Kunkka yet. But Sing Sing, he's got a lot of farm. He's got the Claymore. Either Battle Fury or Loath or the Shadow Blade. I'm not sure what he normally goes for on this Kunkka.
Oh, great Shackle. No, they're not going to initiate. Burrow Strike in the other way. On to 1437. 4-step in. While we have Clasp, but the Disruption just in time. Panda ult is used. 1437 locked in place by the Split Earth. Will they get more? It's a Panda ult. They drop. Chuan dropping low. Burrow strikes out, but he does end up taking a fall. Sing Sing, the next to go. Queen of Pain ult flies through. Sunstrike is going to miss. Sing Sing, boulder toss onto him. One more clap should do it. No, the Shackle. Oh, how did that miss? That looked really good. Just barely missing. Zhao on the back foot, out of mana, will not be able to blink away, so we turn our attention to the rest of the fight, where we see Black now chasing the direction. Cold Snap onto him, Shackle Shot is available. Will he look to make it go? No, he's not going to, so what did they actually get at the end of that? Is that really just a Shadow Demon?
And Brood just pushing away at bottom lane. He's got a tier 1, he's getting the tier 2 as well. Second TP actually getting cancelled. I think it was a bit of a misclick by Chuan there. He cancelled it accidentally, and now Brood, 2 towers going his way, picks up himself up 2k gold. Now he's going to be building towards a BKB, maybe an Orchid. We'll see where he wants to go, but great trade from mousesports. Come with me, getting a lot of farm as well on the back of that.
Well, whenever Mouse win a fight, or at least break even, have the momentum going their way, they get a tower. That's the Lycan and the Brood, and not just one actually, they get 2. A tier 2, and now the map control heavily in Mouse's favor. This is the power of their lineup, is that push. Big dive by 1437. Sunstrike hits, he should go down. Lightning will clean that one up. But look at Sexybamboe, the pressure continues to mount on the bottom lane. He is going to force the TP back. Everything else be damned, and, well, not a TP, instead it's 2 heroes walking down. Well, Zhao goes top, and I mean, look, I like this adjustment by Zhao. He's just trying to get something going. He's got 2 null talismans and power treads, but they picked this Queen of Pain. I mean, normally when you see it picked up by the Chinese, they want it to get a decent amount of farm. And he's just not having that opportunity. He's died so many times this game to that Shadow Demon counter combo. And oh, they're not done yet. They're going to go into YYF. Torrent is going to miss after the X. A little bit unlucky for Sing Sing. It is only a level 1x, and now the dust is used. Haste run on Sing Sing, but they want sexybamboe. I think they might be able to get him. No, they can't stay in range. He's going to get away. And now if Black wants to, he can push top. Burrow strike in on something, but I think it missed, and now the chase going the other way. Cleave coming through from Sing Sing, not going to hit. Come with Me's ult is forced, but he'll be okay with that. And now could look to run top, push that with Windrunner, or maybe even go mid. IG are just getting outmaneuvered all around the map. 5 heroes ganking and getting nothing for their trouble.
Yeah, mousesports pressuring both bottom and top. I mean, last time it was Brood getting gone, the bottom towers off. Oh, Disruption goes in. They're going to back things off now. And it's Shadow Demon. He's found himself in a bit of a sticky situation. He does manage to get out. Torrent not going to land. Brood picking up a kill on the backlines on the Leshrac. Faith taking too much damage. Maybe some wolves helping out there as well. But a lot of pressure being applied by mousesports. Bottom lane and top lane. Last time it was Brood pushing bottom while the rest of his team fought mid. Now it's Black at the top lane, just pressuring away, getting some more farm while his team deal with the onslaught near the Roshan pit.
Come with me. They go for a mid. They had 3 there. The ult is down, but they just cannot get in range. And, well, what happens as a result? Black pushing top during this time. Mouse is not going to relent with the pressure. They're going to force IG to get kills, to commit to these 3-4 hero ganks, and even then they might get nothing for their trouble. Black holds onto his wind run, very patient with that. A lot of players would just freak out, but because he holds onto it, he can easily just show up to the lane again and start pushing immediately. And look at the farm on Black Gods. 4 staff and mech up, 18 minutes in, suicide lane Broodmother, up against an Invoker who is definitely a decent solo hero. Great play by him all around, and I mean, with all these early towers, everybody's going to have something. You mentioned the Shadow Demon. As far as supports go, considering how many wards he's bought, he is quite farmed.
Yeah, he is actually doing really well. I mean, all those kills at mid lane that he's been picking up is really helping him out. And at mousesports, they're getting towers as well. They've taken down 4 out of towers, only 2 remaining, and I think they're going to start slowly working away at those, maneuvering around the map, just continuing this pressure all around the map. Sing Sing has finished his Shadow Blade as well now. And we'll see him looking to use that to come in and out of fights and really cause even more problems for IG.
It gets them a lot of burst damage as well, and I mean, Sing Sing has just been on point with the combination, the disruption, the torrent. I think they've missed 1 out of 8 or 9 this game. It's pretty impressive success rate. It shows you how much mousesports have practiced that combo, and it's not something you could just pull off without practice. I mean, no matter how good you are, it's not just getting the timing right at the torrent, it's also being in position when that disruption is used, and that requires teamwork, requires coordination. Here we go again. 3-man gank attempt by IG. Mouse back off. The 4-staff light can ult available if they need it, plus the wind run. If Mouse got these early items, if they didn't get them, they wouldn't be able to play like this. But the early items, the early levels, they could just outmaneuver IG all over the map, never really committing to a fight, constantly pressuring all the lanes, farming the enemy jungle, farming mid, farming top as well. And they also have some decent anti-push, especially with Black here on the Windrunner, really high in terms of his level, already 12. And compare that to Zhao, only level 9. And this is a Queen of Pain who was expected to get farmed. Edict used on the tower, Glyph is forced, Sing Sing gonna pressure mid. I think IG are finally gonna knock down this tower. But it requires 3 heroes, a big investment. Blinken and Clap from the Panda, the ult is used. They're gonna go and come with me. No, actually Disruption used defensively, can't find a target. And now 1437 may go down. No, Cyclone up in the air. Actually, IG is just going to run. They're just running because look what is happening bottom. Ferrari being dove into the base. Come with me. One last boulder toss while we have blinks away. What a blink. Not sure it'll be enough, though. The medallion is used. Sing Sing joins the fight. X to start. Torrent to follow. And I think they're going to lock him down here. Yeah, the shackle shot on top of it. He gets picked off. And Zhao can do nothing but run away. I'm just not sure what IG can do at this point, Gods.
I mean, they're getting slightly outplayed at the moment, and Queen of Pain being only level 9 at this point is causing them some problems. I mean, Joe probably just going to go for a straight BKB, but even then, he's under-leveled. He doesn't have the stat gain. He doesn't have the points in Shadow Strike as well as Blink, the level 2 ultimate. It's not going to come for a while. Mousesports with a strong XP lead up to around 10k. The gold lead as well is getting bigger and bigger with all these towers. Bamboo picked up an Orchid Malevolence as well, so we're going to see some items coming out. They're going for the gank on Bamboo. They smoked up for this 4-star stun. Have they got Dust or Sentries? They don't. Do they actually have a gem maybe? Or what is actually providing them the vision? Yeah, gem on Invoker. So they got the vision there and they got a much needed kill, but they are trading. Tier 2 tower at top goes down.
Yeah, a tier 2 for a kill on a Brood. If she was the only hero that scaled, maybe it would be worth it. But with this kind of a deficit, that's a big investment. And now Mouse goes high ground. And with Lycan, as well as the Glyph being down, this tower is going to lose half its health instantly. Ice Wall dropped. Mouse will back off. Sing Sing looks to TP out. Sunstrike flying in. Gonna hit 1437, but not enough damage. He's still got a full wand. Looks like a ward is dropped on the hill, but Mouse is going to back off and go back to a bit of farming.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a good position. They can just use this lead to get further ahead rather than look to do something that's a bit high risk. We'll see Sing Sing look to pick up the next big item, maybe a BKB. I imagine later on he would love to get that big crit and go for some big cleaving crits. But for now, he probably needs a BKB for the survivability. I think it's SK Leshrac, Queen of Pain, even an underleveled Queen of Pain. If he gets hit by some chain stuns, he will go down. And even with a BKB, it's a possibility, but it does help him out if he can use that to allow himself to just run in and not have to worry about any counter initiations.
Well, the BKB would certainly help. Also, I'll mention, I think Pipe would be a great choice for Mouse. It's always a decent item, but especially in this game, IG have a lot of nuke damage. Pipe would really help them deal with that. Sing Sing will not be the one to build it, but if Windrunner wants to, she's not far off. It looks like Black might be going for a Scythe of Vice, though. Sitting on 2100 gold. For the moment, no commitment from him. The way the game is developing right now, it continues to heavily favor Mouse. Even when IG gets kills, it requires 3 heroes running very far across the map. Because they start at their base, they have to go back to defend, and then they have to run halfway across the map just to have a chance of getting kills in these areas. Which is where they've been ganking for the most part. And while that's happening, Lycan farms, Broodmother farms, Windrunner farms, and on top of that, Sing Sing does too. And Mouse, using their map awareness, they're going to just go for Roshan now, and Come With Me is working through it very quickly.
He's summoned his wolves to the high ground. I've got to point that out.
Oh.
A bit of a...
Yeah, I was wondering where they were for a second, like, this is a little awkward. They get a kill up top on Black, but, I mean, the real story of this moment in the game is those wolves on the high ground.
I feel like someone's going to post this up on Reddit and just like, what are you doing, killing me? It's not even something that stupid. You think you're summoning them and they won't actually spawn up ground. It's not really logical, but it does happen every now and then.
Yeah, you've got to be in just the wrong position or just the right, depending on your point of view. Makes for some great entertainment, that's for sure. Sexybamboe continued to push bottom. He went for the early Orchid of Malevolence, which it's great right now because nobody on IG have a BKB. In fact, Joe is rushing a Hex, so he's not going to have any answer for that for a long time. I feel like a BKB is kind of mandatory this game, but Blink in, Burrow Strike, and then the walk away. So Sankey not actually going to commit to that. I feel BKB is mandatory just because Mouse have so much burst that if you get locked down by anything, you're dead.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very true. But I think he's going to be looking just to rely solely on the Brewmaster Sankey initiations to give him the space he needs. Whether or not it's going to be the case, or possibly it's going to be Mouse actually the ones initiating on a hero like Zhou, who's very, very squishy with just 900 HP. I mean, one stun, like you say, there's so many that can come from Windrunner, from a Shadow Demon into Kunkka combo, just Kunkka leading with a Torrent, and Brood with an Orchid. There's so many options to lock him down that it's going to be hard. He's going to have to be very careful with his positioning.
And gods, this is the cost of losing all those early towers. Look at the wards that are required from IG just to maintain any semblance of map control. One ward up in the top lane, one ward over towards the mid lane, and then one towards the bottom. And they wanted to stop the Roshan with this one as well, I believe. Although, of course, the Unmouse did claim that. And, of course, the ward up here on the high ground, too. So it's a big investment for IG. You don't have to do this unless you lose map control early. And it puts supports that are already struggling further behind than they already are. Look at IG. I mean, Faith actually has some items. Treads, Bracer, Urn. It's okay. It's not what you'd hope for. We mentioned Joe. He's struggling. Even the Brewmaster, not the biggest farm. It goes back also to the way IG been playing this. Blinking, clap initiation, Burst Strike to follow. No mana for the Epicenter on Chuan. He doesn't have any wand charges either. That's a bit of an issue for IG. And it will force them back as the pressure continues to mount from Black. Chase it on the Chuan. And nope.
They can scout things out with that wolf, but it looks like they don't want to commit to it now. They're happy just with, once again, a Queen of Pain kill. They'll back off.
She died solo to Joe here.
Yeah, just dying solo to Bamboo. And then mid lane, they'll put on some more pressure. With heroes going to have to go bottom to deal with this Brood. Means this mid tier 2 tower, the last outer tower remaining, could be going down here. And YYF, he may have been spotted, or he's at least about to be spotted. Although he's going to be looking to basically defend the tier 3 towers. There we go. Tier 2 towers go down. IG only have their base to sort of sit in now with tower protection.
Yeah, IG are pretty much restricted to their base at this point. So, I mean, even if they wanted to leave, all the waves are there, so they can't blink and clap onto. Nice initiation here from YYF. Will it be enough? Chuan has mana this time, but the disruption, dodging everything. Meteor flies through. 1437 will take a fall, but not before wasting a lot of time and spells. Lycan thrown up in the air. Panda holding him in his place as long as possible. They need more kills. The Panda ult is running out. They won't come with me next, but he's got the Aegis and the BKB. He hasn't used it yet. Queen of Pain ult hitting decently on... Actually, no. Did that hit anyone? I don't think it did. Sing Sing takes some damage. He'll take a fall as well. Come with me. Still has the BKB up. One more Burrow Strike. The team fight from IG working out well. They got Sing Sing. They got 1437, and now a TP out from Lycan is forced. Black trying to run away. 4-step onto the low ground. Great juke from Black. And the TP out. Meanwhile, the Spiderling's working on the Rex. The Rex dropping a little bit. It's not going to take too much damage, but IG are not able to convert this fight into anything more than a couple of hero things. Oh, yeah, not done
really
yet.
Nice
Going on to
individual play from Black, and Bamboo not going to get the kill. Oh, the last Spiderlings, that urn, I think even just half a second may have saved him there, but we are going to see now Bamboo on the run. There is vision. They've got the gem, and the right click, the cold snap is there. Bamboo could be in a bit of trouble. He's finished off the BKB, but it's not coming out to him as of yet. He may just have to go down here. He pops up another web, cycloned up in the air, and this is maybe not even going to be a kill. We're going to need at least another blink here. Blink, clap, or defensive disruption. Big play from Shadow Demon, and he hasn't gotten the kill. Deafening Blast gets dodged. YYF, he dodges the torrent, but he's still in a bit of trouble here. The Soul Catcher amplifying the damage. Shadow Demon picks up the kill. Gem on the ground. Invoker goes in, picks it up. Now he needs to find an escape. Sand King, Epicenter, Blink. They've lost Queen of Pain already. Kunkka getting low, but not going down. Lycan coming in. Come with me. Going to clean up by the looks of things. He has a double kill. Chuan goes down. Leshrak on the high ground, trying to pick up a gem maybe. He's going to go down. Team wipe for mousesports. IG get annihilated in that team fight, and now it is going to be potentially racked for mousesports. What a team fight, LD.
It was a great team fight, but gods, look at how far they chased for that Broodmother, man. That wasn't Bambo's base, that's for sure. They chased from their tier 3 all the way over to the Radiant Hill near the Ancients. That is a long way to run, especially when you don't have the Panda ult, when you're pretty much out of mana and you only have 2 heroes. And, well, it's not just those 2 heroes through fall, it's everyone in the end. A bit of an overextension by AG. I think they were feeling a little desperate, and now it's going to be 2 sets of Rex for Mouse. As the Glyph is down, blinking clap, but again, no Panda ult, so they're going to make a go on him. Silence on the Panda, Shackle on 2. Nice Shackle by Black, Torrent to follow. They want Joe, will they get him? Joe dropping low, he will drop 2, melting down, and now Faith in a lot of trouble. He's the next target. Double BKBs, the bash onto Faith. Faith will drop. Ferrari not going to get shackled. Throws himself up in the air with the Yules, only delaying the inevitable, I believe. If Mouse wants the Rex, they have it. No, they want the kills. The silence onto Ferrari. 4 staff in 3 seconds. Will it be in time? 1 or 2 more right clicks will do the trick. They have the Aegis now. The GG flies out from Joe. And
amazing play from Bamboo that fight. Brewmaster tried to blink clap ulti. The silence came right as he was casting ulti. The ulti wasn't on cooldown anymore, but Bamboo was just so quick with that silence that that Brewmaster couldn't actually get it off. It was just amazing individual play by Bamboo, and we are going to see the GG call. Ferrari will go down. This was a really well played game by mousesports.
Yeah, Mouse played exceptionally well, and I mean, they weathered that early storm. That's really what it came down to, as well as that dominating combo mid. Sing Sing 1437 getting so many kills. I mean, we've seen them do it before. Queen of Pain, as escapable as she is, she's actually not the best hero to have versus that combo, because her low HP is not going to help her if they hit the combo properly. Soul Catcher, Torrent, the right click of Tidebringer, and the Soul Catcher on top of it all. So, I mean, Mouse played the mid lane perfectly. Lycan didn't die, and that was really the key. And from there, Broodmother relieves the pressure, Windrunner pressures top, and it frees up the Lycan and the Kunkka to farm the push. And, well, Mouse take game 1 in very convincing fashion.
I have to say, man, that was the early game. I mean, IG had their options, but it was just a matter of the Shadow Demon Kunkka getting a few too many kills, and then neither of the other 2 lanes went that well. They didn't put much pressure on the Brood, and IG did come out on top of it. Oh, sorry, IG did not come out on top of this one. It was mousesports. But mousesports, I mean, just some strong individual play and smart laning it came down to.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was game number 1 of Mouse versus IG. Don't go anywhere. This is a best out of 3. We'll be coming back momentarily with game number 2. I am LD of dotacommentaries.com. Joining me, of course, is godz. You're watching Beyond the Summits World Tour. We'll be back in just a moment.